Hey, are you a square? A pocket square. And we get back, we're going to talk about pocket squares. Okay? Okay. Hey, happy Monday. CLM II for Style with Power, the channel that helps empower men through style. And if you're looking for a channel that talks about empowerment, talks about fashion, talks about style, and talks about mindset, well, this is the channel for you. So, if this is your first time here, go down to the bottom, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know every time we upload a video. As you can see, it's now June, and I'm wearing my linen shirt with my linen blazer with my silk pocket square. And we're going to talk about pocket squares. You know, I have so many pocket squares because pocket squares adds a sense of elegance to your style, to your fashion. And I have a bunch of them. I bought a few of them out. You know, as you can see, I have whole different colors. And, I just love the different colors and the different styles, the silk ones. And, they all have different colors. I just got a whole bunch of them. It's like I'm a magician. I got so many different pocket squares. But I always wanted to know, what's the history of pocket squares, right? Where did this whole pocket square thing start? So, of course, I did like everyone else did. I Googled it. And this is what I came up with, okay? Got some information here. So, as they say about the pocket square, it says the story of the pocket square. And I guess you can Google this and you'll see this. So you'll know exactly where I'm reading from. And it says here, let's see. It says the pocket square finds its origin during the antiquity in Egypt, Rome, and Greece. The wealthiest used a white linen square as a handkerchief. This practice carried on during the Middle Ages in Europe, where the most well-off used silk handkerchief imbued with a fragrance to protect their sense of smell from the urban minutiae. King Richard II is often considered as the inventor of the first real pocket square as a fashion accessory that he used to prefer with loud patterns. Loud patterns. Red and white pattern. Here's a nice green and white pattern. Here's a nice purple pattern. Loud patterns. So it looks like it started way back Egypt, Rome, and Greece. Then of course it went on to Europe. And they used to spray the pocket square with some perfume to keep it nice and smelling well. It keeps that nice smell around you. Now, it also says the rise of the two-piece suit during the 19th century sees the pocket square become a useful accessory to an aesthetic one that men start to wear in the breast pocket of their jackets. At that time, it was pretty common to see men carry two handkerchiefs, one in their pocket that had the role of a tissue and another one in their jacket as a fashion garment. So there you have it. Then of course in the 50s, the pocket square became very popular in the United States. So there you have it. So I just have some information about pocket square. Okay, so the reason why I want to talk about the pocket square is because I went to a few graduations, and I think I did that in my last video. You've seen the graduations that I attended. And while I was at the graduation, someone came to me and said, "Hey, I really like that pocket square you have on. How do you do that? How do you do pocket squares?" Right? So I said, you know what? Let me do a video for all of those who want to get into the pocket square world, because it is a great accessory and it does add a sense of class, a sense of elegance to your style, right? The first thing you need to do is go out and get yourself a plain white cotton handkerchief. So you can buy these in packs. I usually buy, I think they come like 10 in a pack, 5 in a pack. You go to any store that sells men's clothing. You go to a store like Century 21 in New York City, You can go to Macy's, which is a big store all around the United States. Nordstrom's. You can go to any of these stores. You can go to menswear. They all have the plain cotton pocket square. And what I usually do, of course, is that I get the plain cotton pocket square and simple, right? Fold it in half. Then I fold it in threes. And then I take that and I put that in half there. And then, depends on how long my pocket is, I will then measure how long it should be. And then what I will do is I will just take this and put that down there. And there you go. You have the nice white pocket square. And that's just a nice cotton pocket square, right? Every man should have some cotton handkerchiefs so they can make a square pocket square. And this one is really, really nice, all right? And that's nice and plain. You'll see a lot of men who wear suits. If they have a pocket square in, they'll probably have a nice white handkerchief, and they fold it correctly, like I just showed you. Goes right inside there, really nice and neat, and it'll stay there, right? So I like that pocket square, but then I always wanted to up my game. And for those of you who really want style with power, it's good to be able to up your game. So what you do is you go out and you get you some silk handkerchiefs. And like I said, you go to any men's store that sells suits and ties, and they also sell pocket squares. So what I like to do with these, I like to wear them in different ways. Every now and then I may just wear it square. So I would get one and I will fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, and then I'll fold it in threes, three fold, and then I'll square it up, and just like I did with this one, I'll throw that right in, and there you have it. Have a nice pocket square, right? I do it like that sometimes. Another way that I like to do it, I'll take it, and what you do is that you grab each corner. So you take this corner, you bring it together with this corner, get the third corner, bring that together, get the fourth corner, you get that together, and it looks like this. It looks like a bunch of triangles, right? And then you just put it through the other finger. Now, if you just want this to come out, you can just take this, you take the bottom, you stick that in, and now you have the points, the four points, and there you have it. You can do it that way. So I like to do it that way every now and then. I throw that in, and that's the 4 points on the pocket square. Another way of doing it, I like to do this sometime, is take the 4 points, bring it through, and then I just fold it underneath, so I have the 4 points on one side and I have a bubbly effect on the other side, and then I throw this in like this, so I have the bubble effect on this side, the 4 points on this side, and there you have it. You can have it like this, and that looks nice sometime too, right? Now, another thing that you can do is you can double up on your silk scarves. And I like to double up on my silk scarves every now and then. So let's just say, for instance, I want to do a white and green, right? So I have the green already, I have the white. So what I would do is that I would take the white, I put it down like this. I would take the green, and then instead of laying it down like this, I would lay it down like this with the points out. And then what you do is that you go in the middle, the very middle of it, go in the very middle of it, and you grab it, and then you have this. And then I will fold it, and what this will do is that I will have the bubble will be white on one side, and the points will be green and some white. Right? So you can kind of double up on the pocket square. You can have a green and white look. Right? And you can do this with any color. I match it up. I switch it up every now and then. I do a white and red. I may throw on a white and red. I may throw on a burgundy and white. a burgundy and blue. Have a blue one, right? Here's the burgundy. This nice purple color. You can switch them up. Great deal. Let's see, you just want to get nice and fancy. You have the green. Bring the green down, the square. Have the purple or the burgundy, the wine. Bring that up with the pointed. And then you come up the middle with the green on top, the purple on the side, and then you can do it like this. And it kind of have like that flowery look, right? It has a flowery look there. So you have with the bubble on the side. So there's a whole bunch of ways that you can definitely do the pocket square. I definitely advise you guys, you want to up your style, you want to up your accessory game, you go out and you get you some nice pocket squares. As you can see, I usually match my pocket square with my jewelry. I went out and I just got this beautiful watch here, beautiful green watch, really nice watch. And as you can see, I got the chain made for it, so I can just throw this on. Usually match my pocket squares with my jewelry, and it looks really nice. So there you have it. Gave you a little history of the pocket square, showed you how to do a few pocket squares, and you know, just go ahead out there and just get you a few. What I'm going to do in the description, I'm going to leave a link so that you can go out and you can buy yourself some nice pocket squares from Amazon. I usually leave an Amazon link in the description. Amazon has everything, so that's great. And if you don't want to go to Amazon, you go to a men's store in your town where you're located. You should be able to get yourself some nice pocket squares. And don't be afraid. Get a bunch of them. As you know, I love to wear red. I got my red and white here. Matter of fact, they had the Puerto Rican Day Parade yesterday, so happy Puerto Rican Day Parade. I got the red, white. I don't have the blue in here, but red and white is great. And don't be afraid, and don't be shy. Now, what they usually say is that when you wear a pocket square, remember, the pocket square doesn't always have to match your shirt or your jacket. Matter of fact, it should be a nice contrast. Like this one is green and burgundy. That's a nice contrast. So you don't want it to always match. You want it to have some pop to it. So throw a little pop in there, and it looks really good. All right. Hey, great talking to you guys, and I will see you next Monday.